time on Dual Destinies. Never fear, Apollo's here. In case you missed anything, let's fill you in on this case.
Prosecutor Blackquill.
We were greeted to the edgiest motherfucker this side of the galaxy.
Get on with it already.
And the edge is so great that we're starting to feel the effects. He has the judge leaning toward a guilty verdict and we're only 15 minutes into the episode.
He's trying to manipulate everyone's impressions to suit his objectives.
Can I keep my wits about me before this chump starts quoting Linkin Park? Find out on Ace Attorney Dual Destinies next.
The accursed demon Tenma Taro, that is.
Tenma who?
Tenma Taro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. And thus, they were blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold it! Hold on for a second, before we start letting our imaginations run wild. Isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect?
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at QB Manor. And as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenma Taro. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection! Dullard, you're playing right into the killer's mind games.
Huh?
Listen here, the feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believe the murder to be the work of the real Tenma Taro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro suit is the killer.
Ah!
The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect the blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman. And thus, our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection! Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Objection! The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright?
Right, it was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of those better-known mass wrestlers and the hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on the path of injustice.
But do the people of Ninetales Vale really believe a yokai is behind the crime?
Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds.
Just so. A particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey.
You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist?
No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually feel sorry for the poor chap.
Wait, so he wasn't the predator, he was the prey.
Yes, well. And now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination.
Okay, so, I'm pretty sure that Fulbright's argument entirely consists around trying to make Tenma out to be a Scooby-Doo villain. Wonderful. Hey, actually, that's a good theory. What if the Amazing Ninetales is Old Man Jenkins? No, Apollo, you're getting off topic. Okay, where do I start with this guy? Jinxie's statement seems to hold up. I fail to see how that comes into play. This poster's nice, I'm gonna hang it on my bedroom wall, but I don't think it works here. As well as the mask and the photo. I don't think I have enough information. I'm just gonna ask him more. Yeah, let's talk to him. Hey, Fulbright. Hey.
What? Can't you see I'm thinking about justice?
Hold it! Detective Fulbright, is the anti-merger movement really that strong?
Oh, absolutely! They parade around in yokai costumes shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers!
But when the accused showed his face, the angry mob scattered like leaves upon an autumn wind. For you see, lowly yokai are no match for Tenma Taro, the dark lord of their kind.
Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or Tenma Taro? I'm confused.
I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy.
Detective Fulbright, why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act?
So you're claiming that Mayor Tenma panicked, but, I don't have anything. I'm gonna ask more. Hooray!
You're not thinking of asking more, are you?
Hold it!
Ah!
The Amazing Ninetales. No one knows his true identity, right?
That's right. And he was a lone wolf, or in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation. He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Tenma Town wrestler after another. And before anyone knew it, he was champion.
Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Tenma Town Pro Wrestling.
He was amazing! If ever there was a real superhero, it would be him! I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday!
I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. He could even team up with Prosecutor Blackquill.
A police detective and a prisoner in chains. You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would.
Ha ha ha! So you do understand the greatness that is the Amazing Ninetales. It's still real to me, damn it!
Stoke the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. I can work with this, I think, or, Jinxie's statement seems to... No, I'm on the wrong track. Track! Feathers and tracks! Oh, I'm a genius! I'm gonna save to be sure, though. Alright, here we go. What do I have that has to do with the feathers and tracks? Jinxie's statement. Objection! That statement clearly contradicts the evidence!
I object to you on personal grounds. The sole contradiction lies in what your faulty logic dreamt up just now.
Objection overruled. The defense will think twice before making such erroneous statements.
It seems that statement didn't particularly conflict with the evidence. Okay, kinda hasty. Let's just, press them, shall we?
You pressed enough, you little, don't even—
Hold it!
Ah!
But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder?
What do you mean?
You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman Cuby?
Excellent point.
It is, isn't it? So, Your Honor agrees that there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection! Perhaps the killing was spur of the moment.
You're saying it wasn't premeditated.
From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery.
A startling discovery? Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Alderman Cuby's secret identity.
Apollo. I think Prosecutor Blackquill has figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder?
This is not good.
The this patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Ninetales. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene.
Oh my, but why would it have been there?
The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more?
Well, could it really be?
Your boldness had an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Cube, was the amazing Ninetales. And the mayor's discovery of such was his motive for murder.
No!
Order! What a shocking development! A motive clearer than crystal clear.
What do we do now, Apollo?
I didn't think they'd tie the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder.
At last, we've reached my real point. Why did the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your boldness?
I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona. Just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement.
Very astute of you, your boldness.
Right, now take a look at this.
Oh, did someone call my name? Oh, alright, calm down, Jesus.
If you value your dearest life, you will merge Ninetales Vale with Tenmatown. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman Hubie's pocket.
What?
At present, the Alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence that the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life.
Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder?
You think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder? And planted it into the Alderman's pocket?
It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened.
Talk about being up the creek without a paddle.
Mayor Tenma would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planning the yokai things. But he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the amazing Ninetales.
So it was the amazing Ninetales counterattack that brought the entire crime to light.
Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the Alderman after planting the yokai evidence. And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that. Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony.
Mayor Tenma killed the sleeping alderman after planting the feathers and tracks.
Oh man, I knew I was right about that. Oh boy, okay, I'm gonna save my game again. Look, I gotta stop this shit. Okay, back to work. Feathers and tracks. Sleeping alderman planted after. Okay, what do I have to do with that? I have the statue. No, I have the... I'm gonna go with Jinxie again.
The Fist of Justice pulses angrily at your horrible answer.
Mr. Wright, do your thing.
Turbo lawyer power! Anytime, guys. Just don't fuck up, okay? Don't fuck up.
Son of a...
Yeah, it's alright. I know how that feels.
Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair.
What's this? You dare question my justice again?
Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo.
This is the crime scene photo. And just what does this prove?
It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted.
But I already told you they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence and was knocked out while killing his victim.
but that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene.
God damn it! There's a contradiction in the teacup. What am I, a fucking idiot? Ugh! There's gotta be something, anything. Hey, look at this blood. It's definitely there, isn't it?
Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice?
Yes. See how the feathers are on top of the blood and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder.
Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman.
But you said it yourself. The mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene.
Ah, there must be some mistake.
Order! Order!
Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Ha 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 ha!
Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you.
You do? But how? Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked?
He's taking this really hard.
Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have?
I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon, Tenma Taro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks! Will somebody please say something?
What the fuck, Apollo?
The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means.
You dare to mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy.
Your boldness, it would appear that our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion.
Jesus, what's wrong with your face?
Apollo! Think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court!
What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out.
Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears, but you'd better explain yourself well. And what was this yokai you were talking about?
It's all in this statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here. That she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind intentionally or otherwise.
What?
Oh, incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before?
Did you see that? Apollo just proved there was someone else! Yeah!
Apollo! You didn't fuck up for once!
Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection.
Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken.
My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim?
Consider this. If the yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool in that fop would have seen him.
Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. Now that you mention it...
Both Phineas, Filch, and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at that time. But they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that the yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination?
Why didn't those two see the Tenmataro impersonator pass by?
Why don't we ask them ourselves?
I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something.
I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackquill. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby.
I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will.
Did he just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know.
Very well then. Bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. Will the witness state his name and occupation, please?
The name's Filch. Phineas Filch. Caretaker of Kyubi Manor. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like.
Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes! And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch.
It's those shoes again.
Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright?
Don't tell me Filch stole them again.
They're all yours, your honorship, sir.
What? But they seem awfully expensive.
Yep, too expensive for me. But I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship.
It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts.
Ethics schmethics. Just take them if you want them. Polished them up real nice for you, too.
I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenmataro in the foyer after the murder.
At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Kyubi asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or other, could get to our guest. I was still in my office, keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary, no siree.
That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams.
So, you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Tenmataro?
Yep, was God in the whole time. That's the truth, the holy, the nutter butter, the truth. And Tenmataro. Yeah, I don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo-jumbo, do ya? I certainly don't.
My bracelet, it's...
Something the matter, Apollo?
My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm.
Really? So you think Mr. Filch, has been lying to us?
I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell. Some sort of nervous habit. Ah! What in the... What's a hawk doing in here?
Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. He seems to have taken quite the liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact.
He doesn't live with you, in jail? Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird?
Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard.
Hey, this isn't some sort of trick or... Not this shit again! I won't be able to spot squat like this!
What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills!
Run for the hills, more like change that fucking bird.
No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom! Somebody help!
Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you save when truly famished.
In that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed.
Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. Like real lawyers.
We'll be fine. I think. If there was someone dressed as Ten Mataro there, Filch should have seen him. We'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now.
Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination.
I'm going to murder that fucking bird. Okay, ha. So, someone left this loser on guard duty. Wise career choices. Seriously, has no one noticed that he's stealing everything? I mean, come on, we're in a court of fucking law here. Hello? Do I have anything to do with 3 p.m.? Maybe the autopsy report has a time of death? Let's ask for more. Hold it! Did you really keep an eye on the foyer the entire time?
Poor old Filch. Working hard my whole life. Only to be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy schmancy suit and silly haircut. Sorry, Mr. Blackquill. Didn't mean to get off subject here.
Sheesh, Blackquill didn't even say anything.
To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye. No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer.
There's gotta be something that he's lying about here. Let's ask for more, again. Hold it! Mr. Filch, why did Alderman QB have you handle guard duty?
Because he trusts me. I am the manor's caretaker, after all.
So, you took said guard duty seriously?
Let me tell you something about me. I'm... Yikes!
Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. The court wishes to hear what you did or didn't see in the foyer and not else.
Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir.
Blackquill's got him completely under his thumb.
Like I said, I was guarding the foyer entrance that day.
I have it? I just realized. God, I'm such an idiot. I just figured it out. Murder happened after 3 p.m. Okay, that's a load of bullshit. I'm saying it right now. Because I have something that proves you were occupied. This TV listing. Objection! Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch.
Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that.
Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled, something you'd never miss.
Ah! I didn't watch that one, no sirree. I was doing my job like I was supposed to.